Okay, the session is now being recorded. So the topic that we are discussing right now is all about the hypothesis testing, no? Although we will be discussing talaga yung ANOVA. So pero i-ano ko kayo, ano ba yung hypothesis testing? I-summarize ko yung recorded video na naibigay ko na from our previous meeting or discussion. The hypothesis testing is a statistical method to decide whether there is enough evidence. So kumbaga ito ay statistical method to decide whether okay, uh, whether yeah, whether there is enough evidence. Okay, yun yung ginagamit natin in a sample of data. So therefore, kapag may enough evidence, ibig sabihin, ini-involve dito yung tinatawag natin na null hypothesis. Ito yung claim yung null. May symbol yan na ED sub O. Tapos tinatawag na alternative hypothesis o tinatawag na ED sub A. No? Kumbaga sa sa null, ito yung no effect. It assumes no effect. Yan ang pagkakaiba. Kumbaga yung kaya no significant difference karamihan ganon. 'Di ba kapag null hypothesis, laging diyan is yung kumbaga we assume that it has no effect. Okay, let me write no effect. So assumes natin na no effect. Yun yung tinatawag natin na na null hypothesis. Okay? Ito naman suggest a significant difference exists. Usually ganyan yung framework. O ganyan yung arrangement, no? Lagi. So yan yung ibig sabihin ng null. At ngayon, meron tayong mga test na ginagamit. So ano yung mga test na yon? So we have the z-test. So this is the z-test. So ano ba yung z-test? So ginagamit to usually kapag kumbaga it is used to compare a sample mean to a population mean. Okay? Or to compare the means of two large samples. So kailan to applicable? Una, kapag tinignan mo yung sample size. Kapag yung sample size natin, or yung tinatawag na N is greater than 30. No? So, doon natin siya ginagamit. So, bibilangin mo dyan, ilan ba yung sample size? Tapos ano pa, kapag known yung standard deviation or the population standard deviation is known, population standard deviation. Usually, ganito symbol nun, is known. So, pag given, no, pwede mong gamitin yung z-test, no? Ngayon, ano ang formula? Pag one sample, you will use this formula, yung z, okay, the mean population, sample minus the population, divided by the standard deviation square root of n. Yun yung pinaka-formula. Okay, so ginagamit natin yan, no? So, syempre, ito yung mean or the sample mean. Tapos ito yung mean din per population. Ay, I think that is erase. Yung mu. Oo, yun yung ating population sample. Okay, tapos ito naman, ito yung standard deviation population. Syempre yung n is the sample size. And that is the formula kapag one sample, no? Okay, now ganito guys, no? So, since ginagamit yung formula yan kapag n is greater than 30, z-test. Kaya kinakailangan kumpitin mo yung mean, kinakailangan kumpitin mo yung given namin standard deviation, saka yung sample size. Okay, now, what else? Okay, yung pangalawa naman, you can now screenshot it. Okay, so sige, pwede na. We have the t-test. Okay lang ginagamit tong t-test, no? So, t-test, ay, wait lang yan. Okay, let me write. Okay, itong t-test, it is used, wait lang nga yan. It is used to determine, ay, wait lang. It is used to determine, no? So again, kailan natin ginagamit tong t-test? If there is a significant difference. Okay? Between the means of two groups. Okay, where do we use the t-test? So ginagamit tong t-test kapag yung n natin is less than 30. And at the same time, ginagamit natin to kapag given yung population standard deviation of standard deviation is known. Okay, is unknown rather. So ngayon, ano yung gagamitin? Ang gagamitin instead is the sample standard deviation. So yung sample is used instead. So pag ito yung given, yung sample standard deviation, kapag unknown naman siya, yun, it's less than 30. So ito ginagamit, comparison exactly of two groups. Example yun yung mga independent sample or paired and after, mga paired and after. Ngayon, ano ang formula? The formula dyan is T, the mean, minus ito yung samples, what do you call this? The population mean divided by the sample standard deviation divided by square root of n. So dito na ginagamit yung t-test. Provided that n is greater than or less than 30. Okay? So yun yung ginagamit natin. Okay? Tapos, yung i-discuss ko mamaya, yung tinatawag natin na ANOVA or tinatawag natin na analysis of variance. Anong kaibahan nito, guys? Doon sa unang dalawa, yung ZNT test ginagamit pang dalawahan na groups. For two groups lang, no? Parehas. Pero yung ANOVA, that is three or more groups. Kumbaga, it is used no to check statistically the significant difference between the means of three or more groups. Okay, so yun yung ano. Now, in comparison of this, no? Ah, kinakailangan natin ng alamin yung formula, yung tinatawag natin na F statistic. Since ito ay comparing three means of two groups to avoid error rate na nakukuha natin sa multiple t-test. Kaya categorical siya kung kumbaga kung titingnan. So ang formula niyan is variance between groups. Kaya meron tayong variance between groups and the variance within the group. Yan yung pinaka ano, meron tayong within and between. Yan yung isa sa mga ano. Now, pag mataas ang F value mo, ibig sabihin, pag mataas ang F value na makukuha, it suggests the means of the groups are significant are significantly different. Significantly different. Okay, that is called the F value. Okay, now, so kumbaga kung comparison, ah three groups ginagamit natin yung ano ba? Okay? Sige, so siguro magbigay tayo ng example lang para ma-recall siya, no? Maalala siya. Okay, so let's try to let's say we have a practical problem, no? Okay, you may now ano, you may now copy. So tandaan niyo yung mga formula. So ano ba, marami pa yan. Okay, let's say, no? This is the scenario. Ito yung example ng Z-test. Okay, let's say a researcher wants to know if students at a specific uh, gifted school have a higher average IQ. than the general population. Okay. So ito yung scenario nito, no? The general population, let's say, has a mean IQ. Oh, ito yung mean IQ of 100. Yun yung ano ng ano, yun yung pinaka mean, no? Now, uh, with a known standard deviation, okay, of 15. The researcher test or test 50 students. So ito yung magiging sample size natin and finds, okay, and finds the their average IQ, okay, is 108. Now the question, ano ang gagamitin natin? Step 1, determine the null hypothesis. State the null and alternative hypothesis. So, ibig sabihin, ano ba ang pagkakaiba nitong dalawa? Ano ba yung ano natin, claim natin dito? So ibig sabihin, walang changes, no significant difference. Ayun, general population. So ito yung ating null hypothesis. Ngayon, merong claim dito, sabi a researcher, ang sabi dun sa problem, a researcher wants to know if the students of a specific gifted school have higher IQ average than the general. So ito yung alternative. So gusto niya malaman na mas mataas daw sa 100. So yan yung titingnan natin. Tingnan natin kung tama yung claim. Okay? So step 2, identify the given. Ano ba yung mga given? And the type of test. The type of statistical test. So, alamin natin, ano ba yung mga given? Actually, given na dito yung ano. Given dito yung ano, yung N. Yung N natin is greater than 30. Bakit? Kasi yung N natin is 50. So, ano pa? Ah, yung population standard deviation is known. Yun yung 15. So dahil given tong dalawang requirement natin, pwede tayo mag-assume na pwedeng gamitin ng formal na z-test. Ang z-test kasi, that is mean minus yung ating okay, yung population mean divided by the standard deviation all over the square root of the sample size. So yan yung pinaka-formulang gagamitin. Okay? So yan yung example of how we solve, no, the problem. Okay? So now, as we already know, malalaman na natin yung sample size. Okay? So the Z natin, okay, yung sample mean natin, okay, what is the uh okay? Sige, let's try to ano, answer. Okay. So ngayon, alam na natin yung ano, kailangan natin alamin yung tawag dito, yung ating Z-score. So yung Z-score natin, I think 100, ano ba yung given dito? Yung mean natin, I think the sample mean is given ba? Okay, let's be check. Sabi dito, ulitin natin yung tanong, no? Check ko nga, para may kulang sa question. Find their average, ayan, 108 pala, yun meron. So ngayon, the researcher has test and find their average IQ 108, which is greater than 100. So kinakailan natin i-apply na yung formula. Okay, eto naman, we will be 108 minus the, okay, so saan natin isosolve 100? Okay, yan yung kasi yung average eh. So ilagay na natin dito, yung average natin dito is 108. Tapos ito yung 100. So 100 divided by 15 divided by square root of 50. So sa akin, pag kinapit ko ito, ang Z-score is 3.77. Ngayon, pag kuha mo niyan, guys, nakuha mo na yung ano, kasi ito yung step 3. Ang step 3 is calculate the Z-score. So ngayon, after mo makalculate itong Z-score, is you need to determine the p-value. Determine the p-value and saka natin i-compare. So, look for the standard normal distribution table. So, paano ka titingin, no? Usually, guys, no, dahil ito, pag hindi na ano, ang critical value nito, ang kanyang significant level, usually kung hindi sinabi sa given, is 0.005. Pero usually, sinasabi naman yan. Okay? Yan yung tinatawag na significant level, no? Let's say, isabihin natin dito, ito yung significant level, 0.05. Okay, now let's use the table para makita natin paano natin kukunin yung p-value. Okay, so let me, okay, so yung exit. Let's go to the uh, Z-score. Z test table 0.05. Okay, ito ata yan. Okay, i-remove ko lang ito yung okay. I-clear lang natin. Okay, so hanapin natin yung Z-score para makita nyo kung paano kinukuha. No? Kasi ko-compare natin yan. Tapos saka tayo mag-decide. 0.05. So ang nakuha ko is what? The value na nakuha natin is 3.77. So tingnan natin yung positive. Ay, wala. I think nandito. Ayan. Hanapin natin yung Z-score value. 3.3. Okay, so 3.3. Look for the 0.05. Ayun, 0.9999960. So makikita nyo dito, 0.00999, no? Let me check. Ay, ano ba test natin gagamitin natin? Wait lang. Z-score. Okay, check natin. So ito ay one-tailed lang. One-tailed lang. Type ko nga. Ayun. Okay. Okay, wait lang ah. Okay, actually, dito sa 3.3, ang makikita natin dito, no? I think 99 point something. Ayun, 99 point, tama ba? Ayan, 3.3 is 99 point, alos 999960. So, ibig sabihin, is close to 1 or effectively 0.001 or less. Okay? So, now, paano natin hahanapin yung critical value, no? Okay, so it's very important to determine how to find the uh, critical value, no? Okay, so usually depende yan sa ano no? Yung ating case do sa problem natin, no? Okay, i-relate natin dun sa problem natin. Kasi mahalaga dito, maalam mo yung paggamit ng table. Although dito kayo guys, no? Sa exam naman, may ano naman, pwede naman gumamit ng table. Okay. So, anyway, sige. So, ngayon gumagamit tayo ng 95% or 0.05. So, ibig sabihin, meron tayong 95% confidence. Now, kapag kukunin tayo ng area, look for the Z-score where 95% falls below it. So, saan ba natin titingnan na 95%? Kasi guys, sabi ko nga, dahil, let me write dito, no? Dahil ang ating significant value is 0 point, no? Ah, meaning, kapag 0.05 ang significant level, meron kang 95% na confidence. Now, sa table, since ito ay one-tailed test, no? Tingnan natin yung 95% of the population falls. Okay, so titingnan natin. Kaya ba doon natin malalaman yung critical value. So, I think kung check natin mabuti sa ating table, yung 1.66 natin ay nandito sa ito 1.65. Ito yung 95%. So, ibig sabihin, ang Z natin should be, ito yung critical value na tinatawag. The critical value is uh, yung magpo-fall yung kumbaga ang value dapat is Z is equivalent to 1.65. Kasi doon nag-fall yung 0 point something. I think that is 0.95. Okay, so yan yung ating or 6 to be exact. Ito siguro yung mas okay to, yung pinakamalapit. Okay, CB, may nakita ko, Z 1.645. Kasi nga, ito yung pinaka okay. So yun yung ginamit ko. Mas ano to. So meron tayong Z na 1.645. Okay? So take note of that. Kaya binalik natin, Balik natin sa ano, no? Ah, doon sa computation natin kanina, i-rate ko lang. 'Di ba may nakuha tayong Z-score? Ano ba yung nakuha natin kanina? Kung hindi ako nagkakamali. Ang nakuha natin kaninang value is 3.77 doon sa Z-score. Kung nare-recall nyo, yung formula na ginamit natin, Z is, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, the value that we get using this formula, di ba? So, meron tayong ginamit na formula ng ganito. Yan yung 108 minus 100 divided by 15 divided by square root of 50. So, makakukuha ka ng 2.12 or para 3.77. Ngayon, i-compare natin, no? Magkakaroon na tayo ng comparison. So, kapag drawing ka na, ito na yung i-drawing natin. So, nasan ba yung ano? Nasan ba yung 1.64? Nandito yung 1.64. So, kung magdodrawing ako ng curve, kumbaga ito yung 0, ito yung 1, ito yung 2. So, nandito. So, maglalagay ako dito ng boundary. Ngayon, nakuha naman natin is 3.77. So, nandito sa dulo. So, pasok doon sa tinatawag natin na region, no? Critical region. Kumbaga, meron tayong dito masasabi natin na pasok doon sa significant. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, dito, dire-reject natin yung null na walang significant difference. Because ang ating decision dito, ito kasi yung nasa ano to, nasa rejected region, nasa accepted region. Ito yung rejected. Since we reject the null, we accept the we accept the alternative. So ang decision natin based doon sa ating ano is there is sufficient statistical evidence. Kasi doon sa null walang pagkakaiba. Ngayon, there is sufficient statistical evidence kasi nasa rejection siya eh, no? Na mas mataas yung ating ano doon sa kumbaga sa mean o sa general population natin. There is a statistical evidence at the gifted school have a higher average IQ. So si gifted is high sa uh, average IQ. So very significant ano. So ano nga na natin? Reject the null, 'di ba? Accept the alternative. And that is an example ng paggamit ng Z-test. No? Sana naintindihan no yung part na yan. Okay? So that is an example of the Z-test. Okay. So ngayon paano masasabi pala kung one-tailed o two-tailed? Ganito, no? 'Di ba? Meron na tayong significant level na alpha na ito given to. Malalaman mong one-tailed o two-tailed. Pag one-tailed, usually ang mga palatandaan ko pag one-tailed, testing a difference for a in one direction. Okay, kagaya kanina, ano ba yung pinagko-compare natin? Di ba? Is it greater than 100? O di ba? 100, isang direction lang. So, kukuha ka ng area, let's say, ang gagamitin natin, yung formulang 1 minus alpha. Kaya 0.995. Ito yung kukunin mo. Kung ano yung makaka 95%. Yun yung gagamitin natin sa Z table. No? Okay, now, ang two-tailed, gagamitin mo naman tong two-tailed kapag you are testing for any differences. You are testing for any differences. Okay? Now, kanina kasi tinatanong, is it greater than? Ito, ang tanong dyan, is it different from 100? So, magkaiba yan, no? Ito, nagde-determine ng any differences. So, ang gagamitin mo dito, ang solution dito, ini-split yung alpha sa dalawa. Kung 0.05 ka, hahatiin mo sa dalawa. So, magiging 0.025. Tapos, gagamitin mo yung 1 minus 0.025. Yung makukuha mong sagot doon, yun ang gagamitin mo sa Z table. Kung ano yung kung ano yung confidence level na makikita mo. 'Di ba? Kasi nga, 'di ba, kanina 1 minus 0.05. 'Di ba? May mga ganun tayo, no? So, yun yung most likely. Okay? So, yun. Anyway, that is an example of the one and two-tailed test. Okay? Yan yung tinatawag natin na ano. Kumbaga, kung sa mas malawak na perspective, gamitan ko lang to ng PowerPoint, no? Para maintindihan nyo sa graph, no? Kasi mahalaga yung sa decision making eh. Okay, ito yung graph. Ulitin ko yung graph to para ito yung zero. So, ano yung nakuha mong Z-score? 3.77. Let's say ito yung 3, no? So, nandito yung 3.77. So, 1 and 2. Yung nakuha natin kanina is, automatically one-tailed. Kasi nga, greater than ang hinahanap, no? So, may nakuha kang 1.645. Yung 1.645, ito yun. Ito yung critical value. So, that is the critical value na 1.645. Ito yung Z-score natin na nakuha natin na 3.77. Now, dito, guys, ito yung area na kung saan i-accept mo. Pero since dito tayo nakakuha, okay, which is the area of reject the null. So, ang tatanggapin natin yung alternative. So, yun yung pag-determine sa paggamit ng decision pagdating sa Z-score, no? Or Z table. Okay? Sige. So, I think we can solve another problem related naman sa t-test. Okay? Para maintindihan yung pag-solve, no, ng mga problems in relation with the Z and the T test. Okay? So, ngayon, let's try to find another example. Okay? Let's say itong number 2 para ano tayo sa mga t-test, no? Let's say this scenario, a company claims its new long last battery lasts for 20 hours. Okay? Of continuous use. Okay, consumer group suspects the claim is exaggerated. Now, ang scenario dito, the group test 10 batteries. So, yun yung N is equivalent to, let's say, 10. And find an average life of the mean of 18 hours with a sample standard deviation of 2 hours. Okay, so ngayon, ano ba yung gagamitin natin dito? So, syempre, ano ba yung null hypothesis? Yung ating yung ating kiniklaim natin na kumbaga no differences kasi, kumbaga parang walang pagbabago. So kiniklaim natin na 20 hours. Tapos yung alternative is less than. Kasi sabi dito, and finds an average life of 18 which is less than the 20. So now, okay, how to solve no this problem? Okay. So now, let's find out do sa ating t-test. Una, tingnan natin, identify natin kasi ito eh. N is less than 30. Maliwanag. 'Di ba? So kapag ganyan, t-test. Tapos hindi unknown yung yung population is unknown. Instead, sino ang given? Sample. Ang given is sample SD. Yun yung equivalent to 2 hours. So ibig sabihin kapag ganyan, maliwanag yan ay t-test, no? T-test. So ngayon, pag determine na natin, alamin na natin yung mga given, ito yung population mean, yung sample mean is 18, tapos yung sample standard deviation is 2, sample size is 10. 10 lang naman yung anating Let's say ang significance nito is 0.05, no? Kung hindi given. Dito guys, papasok yung tinatawag na degrees of freedom. Kapag t-test, may tinatawag tayo na degrees of freedom or the DF, which is equivalent to n minus 1. So in that case, we have 10 minus 1, we have 9. So kukumpitin na natin, most likely yung T statistics, yung t-test. So ano ang formula for the t-test? So the mean or the sample mean minus, di ba? Yung ating population mean divided by the S divided by square root of N. Which in case we have 18 minus 20 divided by 2 divided by square root of 10. So kapag kinuha ko ito, Sa calculator ko, meron ko negative 3.16. So, yan yung aking value. So, ngayon, kukuha tayo ng, hahanapin natin yung critical value sa t-test. Find the critical value. Critical value or the CV. So, pag hahanapin mo yung critical value o yung tinatawag natin na CV, tandaan nyo, ang degrees freedom, ito yung magiging basehan natin, 9 saka yung 0.05 na level of significance. Let's check, no? Gagamit tayo ng Z-table. Kapag gumamit ka ng Z-table, at ano pa, rather, t-test. Wanted lang to kasi isa lang naman yung ano nito eh. Tapos, ang degrees of freedom niya, no, is 9. Let's check sa ating ano, Google, no? Kasi ito, meron naman tayo ditong distribution. I think nakikita natin dito yung tinatawag na significance. Pero negative tayo eh. Ay, ano pala tayo? 9, no? 9 yung ating ano. Tapos, 0.05. Ano ba ang value? Kasi ang nakuha natin is 3.316, no? Let me, ano lang yan. Clear ko lang ito yan. Para makita. So, check natin dito yung ano. Doon tayo sa ano, one-tailed. One-tailed is 0.05. Okay. Tapos, degrees of freedom is 9. Okay. Ang nakuha natin dito, so kung ano yan, 1.83, gawin mo lang negative. No, kasi negative yung nakuha natin, no? So, meron kang 1.833, no? Okay. So, yun, guys, 1.833. Kung titignan naman natin yung ibang table, kaya natin din sa iba, pare-parehas pa. Iba-iba kasi nga eh. Pero titignan mo lang naman dito, yung degrees freedom, kay significance level. So, tama. Ito yung 1.833. Gagamit lang tayo ng negative kasi lower tail test siya. So, therefore, going back to the problem, i-undo lang natin. Ayan. So looking at the critical value sa t-test, ano yung nakuha nating value sa table? Ang nakuha nating value is, ang critical value natin is, lagi natin negative lang. Kasi negative yung ating lower tail, kasi ito ay lower tail test. Saka negative. Okay, now as we identify, titingnan natin kung yan ba ay acceptable. Okay, so gagamit tayo dito ng ano ng graph. Ito kasi pang ano pang decision making. So ito yung 0. Kasi ito yung negative 3.16. Nandito naman yung negative 1.83. Kumbaga sa ano, ito borin ko na tong ano, gitna, parang di man dito. So lagyan ko lang dito ng 0. Yung, ano. Ito yung 0, ito yung negative 1.83. So ngayon, ano ang nakikita nyo dito? Since ito ay one tail, dahil isa nga comparison lang, ito ay nasa rejection region. Ano ba ito ay rejection region? Rejecting the null hypothesis. Ito yung acceptance. So ano ang ating claim? We reject the null at kine-claim natin na may sufficient statistical evidence to support that the actual battery is less than the 20 hours. So accept the null hypothesis. O, yun yung ano natin. Decision natin. Accept. Sa decision natin, reject the null and accept the alternative. Yung H sub A or H sub 1. Okay? So yun yung ating paraan how to solve Z and T test. Okay, may tanong kayo guys bago tayo mag